So when you're actually ready for a CSWP exam. So first of all, what is CSWP exam? So this is not an advanced tool exam. Okay, so this is not a memory test. And also this is no, do you know SolidWorks buttons tools? Okay, so CSWP is a decision-making exam under time pressure. So you have to quickly make decisions, okay? So it's gonna test you whether you can plan models before building, so have a plan in your head, handle changes without breaking models. So you're gonna make some changes on dimensions, features, and your model should not break. And also think in systems, not in parts. By the way, if you want the full preparation for a CSWP, you can check on the link below and you can access my course. Now, pillar one, part design readiness. So pillar one is about a part design. Now, you're not ready for a CSWP if you start modeling without plan, right? You just start whatever comes to your mind. You change dimensions and hope nothing breaks, right? You're not ready. You rely on fixes, you constantly fix things instead of stable features. So if you're one of those three buckets, you are not ready for a CSWP exam. No, you're ready for a CSWP when it comes to the part design if you define design intent before sketching, right? So that means that you know in your mind what comes first, what are main dimensions, and where do you start from. You know which feature must come first, and your feature tree stays clean and predictable, okay? Because CSWP punishes trial and error modeling, because you're gonna have to model the first part, then you're gonna have to make changes. And if you make mistakes on the first one, everything else later will give you wrong results. So if your part only works because nothing changes, you are not ready for a CSWP. Pillar two, change resilience. This is huge. CSWP problems are designed to change on purpose. So you're not ready if the dimension changes cause rebuild errors. You manually fix features after edits. You fear late stage changes, right? You hope, okay, I hope nothing will need to be changed on this model. No, you are ready. If your models survive major updates, you make some changes to some dimension, you add some feature, you edit some feature, you suppress some feature, you delete some feature, and your model survive. Changes propagate cleanly, and you trust your structure. You don't rely on the luck, right? So then you're ready for a CSWP. No, pillar three is configuration mastery. So you're gonna have to create configurations of the parts. No, this is where many people fail. And when it comes to the configurations, you're not ready if you just avoid configurations, right? You duplicate parts instead of using variations. Because configurations are just slight changes in the parts, right? And a lot of people just duplicate them instead of having one part and then variations. And also, you're not ready if you figure it out as you go. No, you are ready for the configuration part of the exam. If you know when to use configurations versus separate files, you can control dimensions, features, and suppression states. And also you think in terms of families of parts. So if you know these things, then you're ready for the configurations. Pillar number four is assembly thinking. So this is not just about mates. So CSWP assemblies are not about clicking mates. So you're not ready if your assemblies are fragile, right? Something changes and they just fall apart. You overmade parts. So you put too many mates on your part and you fix errors by adding constraints. No, you're ready for the assembly part if you understand how parts should move. You choose mates intentionally and you think in relationships, not constraints, right? How these parts actually form a real life mechanism. So CSWP assemblies reward understanding, not brute force mating. Pillar number five, time pressure reality. So this is the big one because a lot of people can do all of these things that I mentioned when there is no time pressure. But when you have a time pressure, it's completely different feeling. That's why you have to practice under time pressure. So CSWP is unforgiving with time. So you're not ready if you eventually solve problems, right? No, you have to solve problem in that specific time frame. You rebuild models multiple times. Not good. And you second guess every decision. That's also not good. No, you are ready for this. If you can commit to a modeling strategy early, right? You know what is the plan in your mind. You solve most problems on the first pass. You know when the solution is correct. So if you have these three things, then you're ready for a CSWP. Pillar number 6 is psychological readiness. And this is the most overlooked, right? This is where most people stall. So you're not ready if you're waiting to feel confident, if you keep postponing the exam, if you just want more time to prepare, right? So you're ready for this if you trust your process, if you accept uncertainty, if you know your structure holds up. Okay, so CSWP is passed with confidence, not emotional confidence. Because CSWP is passed with process confidence, not with emotional confidence. So the CSWP self-test. So ask yourself honestly, right? You can use this verbally. Can I plan the full solution before modeling? Do my parts survive major dimension changes? Can I use configuration cleanly and intentionally? Do my assemblies work without overmating? Can I work fast because I know what I'm doing? So if you hesitate on more than one, you are not ready for a CSWP. But if most are solid, you're closer than you think. So here's the hard truth. The CSWP readiness doesn't come from more tutorials, more years, more tool knowledge. It comes from structure, validation, repetition under standards, right? That's why people who follow a complete path reach CSWP faster, even with less total experience. CSWP is about getting familiar with the CSWP exam under time pressure. That means that you know exactly what kind of type of the questions you have, how to use certain tools, right? And then be ready to perform under time pressure. That's why I created CSWP exam prep, where actually I show you all of the tools that you need to know and I walk you through the practice exams. And once you go through these exams, you feel confident to use these tools and you feel confident to solve the exam under the time pressure. And you can check this course on the link below. See you in another video.